Hey everybody, welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian. I've been put a lot of thought in the last couple of days into some pretty deep topics for myself. And one of the things I've been thinking about is, what's the meaning of life? Why are we all here? And that sounds like a joke. It sounds like a cliche right up there. What's the meaning of life? No, really, that's what I've been thinking about is, if you had to summarize, what's our job? What's our task? Why are we here? What's the main thing that we've got to get done? And I think if you had to put it all together and find one way to answer the age-old question for the masses, for the collective, for everybody, the why are we here question, the answer is we're here to resist the pull. We're here to resist the pull. And there's some things that you just can't change, right? You can't change the fact that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. You can't change the fact that fall follows summer and summer follows spring. You can't change the fact that, that the tides of the seasons or any of those kinds of things. There's certain things you just can't change. And one of the things that you just can't change is that our human nature is to, and we talked about this the other day a little bit, our human nature is to always default to the path of least resistance. By our programming, we're designed to take the low road. And so there's a pull, a natural pull. And it's an influence from the universe around us, from our circumstances, from our world. It's a pull from within us, from within our own natures, ourselves. There's an inner pull and there's an outer pull pulling you to what's easiest, what's most convenient, what's least painful, and what requires the least amount of effort. All the time, around the clock, 24 hours a day. And that, I think, to resist that natural pull is your charge in life. That's your charter. That is your commission in this life, is to resist the pull. Because all things being equal, if you just ran your life on autopilot, if you just did whatever you felt like doing in the moment or whatever you were inclined to do in the moment, every one of us would be underachieving, overweight, sickly, broke, bad relationship having slobs, right? Because that's our human nature, is to go in that direction. Now, some of you are going to be like, wait a second, Brian, hold on. You're telling me that every one of us is pre-programmed, predestined to be a loser. And no. I believe every single one of us was born with the talents, the skills, and the capabilities to be winners in life in every way possible. I believe that every one of us is like a snowflake, unique in our own way. We come with our own talents and gifts and skills and abilities that nobody else has. And every one of us can become abundantly wealthy if we were to harness the unique talents and skills that we have and take them to the marketplace. So I believe we were created, genetically engineered for massive success, every one of us. But only if we can overcome the pull. Only if we can resist the pull. Because the dichotomy here, right, the irony here, the catch-22, if you will, is that although every one of us was designed for greatness, and every one of us has greatness, the seeds of greatness inside of us, we also have that human nature that would lead us to mediocrity and to lackluster performance in every way possible if we just allowed it to do so. If we just allowed ourselves to do what we felt like doing and what we were inclined to do, every one of us would underachieve. And it's such a unique thing, because did you know a tree will grow as tall as a tree can grow? A fish will grow as big as a fish can grow. A worker bee will make as much honey as a worker bee is capable of making. But human beings are the only organism on the planet that will intentionally do less than they are capable of doing. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that fascinating? And that's our human nature, is to do just enough to get by. To do just enough that we don't get fired or canned or divorced or fat or sick or die, right? Okay? So our charge, our commission in life, is to resist the pull. And if you can resist the natural internal pull and the external pull of your environment to be mediocre and to give just enough to get by, and instead, if you can resist the pull and instead harness inside of you all of those natural, incredible, unbelievable, unique talents, gifts, and skills and abilities, you can accomplish anything in the world. that you want to accomplish. But you got to resist the pull. And that's the dose, guys. Go make it a great day.